Which Polestar should you actually buy in 2026? Hey everyone! Today we're settling the ultimate Polestar debate, the sleek coupe-style Polestar 4 versus the larger family-focused Polestar 3. Both are premium electric SUVs from Volvo's performance brand, but they couldn't be more different. I've spent time with both, and by the end of this video you'll know exactly which one deserves your money. Let's dive in. Let's start with the Polestar 4, and wow, this thing is controversial. Why? Because it has no rear window. Yep, you heard that right. Polestar ditched the traditional rear glass for a sleeker roofline and relies entirely on a digital rearview mirror camera system. The design is bold and coupe-like, sitting lower to the ground with aggressive proportions. It's 184 inches long, making it more compact than the Polestar 3. The front fascia features Polestar's signature Thor's hammer LED lights, and that fastback roofline gives it a sporty, almost GT car vibe. Inside, you get a minimalist Scandinavian cabin with a 15.4-inch vertical touchscreen running Android Automotive. The materials feel premium with sustainable textiles, vegan leather options, and real metal accents throughout. Now the Polestar 3 takes a completely different approach. This is Polestar's flagship SUV, bigger, more traditional, and designed for families. At 195 inches long, it's nearly a foot longer than the Polestar 4. The design is more conservative but still stunning. You get a proper rear window, more upright proportions, and a commanding road presence. It looks like what you'd expect from a luxury electric SUV in the $80,000 range. Inside, it shares the same 14.5-inch center screen and Android Automotive system, but you get more space, especially in the second row. The Polestar 3 feels like a proper 3-row alternative, even though it's technically a 5-seater. Design winner. If you want to turn heads and don't mind the rear window quirk, go with the Polestar 4. If you prefer traditional SUV proportions with maximum practicality, the Polestar 3 is your choice. The Polestar 4 comes in two configurations. The single-motor long range produces 272 horsepower and does 60 in 6.7 seconds, which is respectable but not thrilling. But the dual-motor long range with performance pack, that's where it gets spicy. 544 horsepower, 60 in just 3.7 seconds, and adaptive dampers that make this thing handle like a sports car. The lower center of gravity from that sloping roofline really pays off in corners. The steering is sharp, body roll is minimal, and the throttle response is instant. This feels more like a performance sedan than an SUV. Range is estimated at 270,300 miles depending on configuration. The Polestar 3 is no slouch either. The dual-motor setup delivers 489 horsepower and 620 lb-ft of torque, hitting 60 in 4.9 seconds. Opt for the performance pack and you get 517 horsepower with 60 dropping to 4.7 seconds. But here's the thing, it weighs about 600 pounds more than the Polestar 4. You feel that extra mass in corners. It's still composed and handles well for a large SUV, but it's not as playful or agile. The air suspension is standard, giving you a plush, comfortable ride that soaks up bumps beautifully. Range is slightly better at 280,315 miles thanks to the larger 111 kWh battery versus the Polestar 4's 102 kWh pack. Performance winner. Polestar 4 if you prioritize driving dynamics and that sports car feel. Polestar 3 if you want effortless power with a more comfortable, refined ride. Both vehicles share Polestar's excellent tech foundation. You get Android Automotive OS built in with Google Maps, Google Assistant, and the Google Play Store. No need for phone connectivity because everything runs natively. Both feature a premium Harman Kardon sound system with Bowers & Wilkins as an optional upgrade, over-the-air updates, and Pilot Assist semi-autonomous driving with adaptive cruise control and lane centering. The Polestar 4's party trick is obviously that digital rearview mirror. It takes some getting used to, but it actually provides a wider, unobstructed view compared to a traditional mirror. Rain, darkness, passengers in the back, none of it blocks your view. You also get a slightly more driver-focused cockpit with a 10.2-inch digital gauge cluster angled toward you. The Polestar 3 gets LiDAR sensors mounted on the roof for future autonomous driving capabilities. It's not fully activated yet, but it's hardware ready for level 3+ autonomy when regulations allow. You also get more advanced air suspension with adjustable ride height, making it easier to load cargo or navigate rough terrain. Tech winner. It's basically a tie, but the Polestar 3 edges ahead slightly with LiDAR future roofing and more advanced suspension tech. The Polestar 4 offers 18.5 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row, expanding to 50 cubic feet with seats folded. That's decent for a coupe SUV, but the sloping roofline does eat into headroom. Rear passengers get 36 inches of legroom, comfortable for adults on shorter trips but not ideal for long road trips. The lack of a rear window doesn't affect passengers much since the glass roof extends far back, keeping things bright and airy. Front seats are supportive and comfortable with plenty of adjustability. You sit lower than in the Polestar 3, giving it that sports car feel. The Polestar 3 is the clear winner for practicality. You get 34 cubic feet of cargo space behind the second row, expanding to a massive 71 cubic feet with seats down. That's legitimate family hauler territory. Rear passengers get 38 inches of legroom and significantly more headroom thanks to the upright roofline. 3 adults can sit comfortably in the back for hours. The higher seating position gives you that commanding SUV view, and visibility is excellent all around thanks to the traditional window setup. Practicality winner, Polestar 3 no contest. If you have kids, dogs, or regularly haul cargo, this is your vehicle. The 2026 Polestar 4 starts at approximately $56,300 for the single-motor long range. The dual-motor long range with performance pack pushes that to around $6,000 to $4,300. Add options like the Plus pack with upgraded interior materials, panoramic roof, and premium audio, and you're looking at $68,000 to $70,000 fully loaded. That's competitive pricing for what you're getting, especially considering the performance credentials and unique design. The Polestar 3 is significantly more expensive, starting at $7,000 to $3,400 for the base dual-motor model. The Performance Pack version starts at $78,900. Fully loaded with the Pilot Plus pack, premium interior, and all the bells and whistles, you're easily hitting $85,000 to $88,000. That's serious money, putting it in direct competition with the Tesla Model X, BMW iX, and Mercedes EQS SUV. Here's the value proposition. The Polestar 4 offers 80% of the Polestar 3's capability at about 75% of the price. You sacrifice space and some luxury features, but you gain better driving dynamics and a more distinctive design. The Polestar 3 justifies its premium with more space, advanced tech like LiDAR, air suspension, and that flagship luxury feel. If you can afford it and need the space, it's worth the extra $15,000 to $20,000. Value winner, Polestar 4 for most buyers. Unless you absolutely need that extra space, the 4 delivers more bang for your buck. The Polestar 4 supports up to 200 kW DC fast charging. That means 10 to 80% charge in about 30 minutes under ideal conditions. On a 240V Level 2 home charger, you're looking at about 7 to 8 hours for a full charge. Real-world efficiency is impressive. Expect around 2.8 to 3 miles per kWh in mixed driving. That translates to roughly 280 to 300 miles of real-world range, even with spirited driving. The lighter weight and better aerodynamics really help here. The Polestar 3 also supports 250 kW DC fast charging, giving you 10 to 80% in approximately 30 minutes. The larger 111 kWh battery takes about 10 hours on a Level 2 home charger. Efficiency is slightly lower due to the extra weight. Expect around 2.5 to 2.7 miles per kWh. Real-world range sits around 280 to 310 miles depending on driving conditions and whether you opt for the larger wheels. Both vehicles use the CCS charging standard and come with plug-in charge capability at compatible networks. Polestar's partnership with Electrify America gives you access to thousands of fast chargers across North America. One advantage is that both support bidirectional charging capability, so you can use them as backup power sources for your home with the right equipment. Efficiency winner, Polestar 4 by a nose. Better aerodynamics and less weight mean you'll spend slightly less time and money charging. Buy the Polestar 4 if you're a driving enthusiast who wants SUV practicality with sports car dynamics. If you love bold, controversial design and want something that stands out. If you don't need maximum cargo space or regularly carry rear passengers. If you want the best value in the Polestar lineup. And if you're okay with the digital rearview mirror setup. The Polestar 4 is for the person who wants to make a statement. It's the emotional choice, the one that puts a smile on your face every time you drive it. Yes, it's less practical than the 3, but it's also more exciting and costs significantly less. Buy the Polestar 3 if you have a family and need legitimate 3-row SUV space. If you prioritize comfort and refinement over sporty handling. If you want the latest tech including LiDAR for future autonomy. If you regularly haul cargo, bikes, or outdoor gear. If you prefer traditional SUV proportions and visibility, and if budget isn't your primary concern, the Polestar 3 is the rational choice. It's the one that makes sense on paper with more space, more features, and more capability. It's a proper luxury flagship that can handle anything you throw at it. Here's my take after living with both. The Polestar 4 is the more interesting vehicle. It's quirky, fun to drive, and genuinely unique in a sea of boring electric SUVs. But the Polestar 3 is the better all-rounder that more people will actually be happy with long-term. If I had to pick one with my own money, I'd go Polestar 4 dual motor with performance pack. I'd save $15,000 compared to a loaded Polestar 3, get better driving dynamics, and accept the practicality compromises. But if I had kids or needed to haul stuff regularly, the Polestar 3 would be the no-brainer choice. The good news, you can't really go wrong with either. Both are excellent electric SUVs that showcase Polestar's commitment to Scandinavian design, performance, and sustainability. So there you have it, the complete breakdown of the 2026 Polestar 4 versus the 2026 Polestar 3. Which one would you choose? Drop a comment below and let me know if you're Team Polestar 4 or Team Polestar 3. If you found this comparison helpful, smash that like button and subscribe for more in-depth EV reviews and comparisons. I've got videos coming up on the Polestar 4 versus the Tesla Model Y and the Polestar 3 versus the BMW iX. You won't want to miss those. Want to see a specific comparison? Drop your suggestions in the comments and I'll make it happen. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.